There was empires in Africa called Kush, Timbuktu, where every race came to get books. My success to you, even if you wish me the opposite. Sooner or later, we'll all see who the prophet is. One love, one love, one life, one love, one soul, one mind, one you and one me, one sun, one sea.
This is gotKushTV. We are here at Poetry Meets Art. It has been a beautiful evening. The artists have been fantastic. The poetry's been fantastic. Everything's been on point. But the key thing about this event, is the message of why it's been put on. And the message could not be better conveyed but by the lady here who put on the event. Okay, Emma, it's a pleasure to meet you. Now, we spoke to you very briefly before at the Tariq Nasheed event. Okay, and you even gave us a sneak preview of some of your bars. Okay, yeah. But we're here today in regards to the event. First thing I'm going to ask you, the event, the support that you've had from all the artists coming down and so on and so forth, how you feel about that, and then we're going to get into the actual, what the event is about, getting a message out there to the people of what is going on. So let's just first start off talking about the event. How do you feel right now?
Oh, do you know what? I feel overwhelmed with the amount of positive energy and vibes, first of all, but that can only be in a good way. Like, it takes a lot of time and effort to be able to put on this event, and then when it actually comes into being, there's just so much energy that's given, but also it's just amazing. I can't even, the words aren't quite there to describe it just yet, but there's an overwhelming and abundant feeling of just love, positivity right now.
I mean, that's a great thing about the job that I'm in, covering all these different events and meeting all these different people. I mean, I meet different people every day, find them on Facebook. More people have to go and type and post because, the energy and vibe which just comes out of these events, it is fantastic. It's just beautiful, and the way people connect and so on and so forth. But the most beautiful thing about it is the message that you're trying to convey. And this is something, we could talk about the event, we could talk about the different artists, but we filmed all them today. We've got gotKushTV have covered this, we've got that. But the message in regards to what is going on in the Congo, and you touched on some things which are, when it enters the mind, how harrowing it is, because we're over here and we don't pay attention to the lives of other people, human beings like me and you. People have got lives, families, loves, wants, desires, and the suffering. Children you're talking about from the age of 3 going into the mines don't even get a chance to even see life, all for the exploitation of what is going on over here in the West, and we all participate in because we live over here in the West. How do you feel your message is getting across, the impact that you're having?
I feel like it's, first of all, had a very, very, very big impact, because when I asked the audience earlier on in terms of how many people don't know about conflict minerals from Congo, quite a lot of people put up their hands, and that was caught at the beginning. So throughout the event, it's been amazing to be able to have this platform to be able to tell more and more people. So I'm absolutely loving it for that. I'm loving the fact that I do get to let more and more people know the truth about our technology and being able to link us up with Congo, because at the end of the day, we're all one. There's nothing that we say or do that doesn't affect another living thing, whether that's a plant, an animal, or a person, So it feels great, but also it feels really empowering as well, giving people the knowledge and actual action points as to what we can do and where people can go, because a lot of time problems are presented, but the solution isn't always there. So it feels great to be able to give a solution as well to this, and I think that's the main thing. It's been able to give a solution, because we've got so much. We play a massive role in what's happening in Congo, and like I said earlier on, the beautiful part of the whole situation is that we've got the economic advantage, shall I say, so we can actually stop the genocide dead in its tracks, and that's what I love. It's that big impact. Not many people know that we actually can completely take control, but to be able to tell people that and to see people's reactions and then see them actually go and do something is amazing.
Okay, with what you're doing at the moment, and obviously appealing to adults. The adults are the consumers, they're the ones with the monies. But the generation's coming up, and they're going to be the ones with the monies. Well, maybe they'll be the ones with the money. I don't know what this government has got in store for people. But in regards to dealing with the youngers who are growing up, do you have any programs or any ways of reaching younger, so you pass this message on to children who are growing up who haven't had a chance to formulate these spending habits and jump on this technology and so on and so forth, so they start thinking differently? That's something you've looked into, or your work, or you're doing?
It's something that I've only just started working on, maybe about a week ago actually, so the idea is still fresh in my head. But what I really want to do is go into schools, playgroups, youth centres, especially during the holidays, and just be able to connect with the younger generation, all the way from toddlers through to teenagers, and do workshops with them. Like, children have got so much energy and they love storytelling. They're really, really good at listening. So I really want to call on I suppose the power of storytelling to be able to explain what's happening to them, to get that into their heads. The fact that we are connected to Congo, to speak about I suppose spending habits, staying within your community and supporting those actual people there, and then branching out from there into how you support other people around the whole world. And in terms of, I suppose, let's say teenagers, maybe it's going into schools and doing workshops. Like we had KMT, who was here earlier on, talking about his music and what he does with that. I want to do something similar, which is get youth from Congo and connect them with youth over here, and make some sort of mashup or mixtape or something, so that they can both groups can get to know each other, but then for the Congolese youth to explain what they're going through and how the actions of the youth in England are affecting their lives. So in that way, again, you're building and exploring that connection. So keep an eye out. It's definitely a plan, and it's there. I just need to actually work on it and implementing it.
No, I mean, with the network of people that you had here today, and the people that are doing, great stuff and already doing that work, I don't see that being a problem. You just piggyback on the back of other, because and that's really with a lot of the artists that we meet, a lot of people that we meet in this whole field. And the great thing about the conscious community is that they are trying their best to work and reach youth. So the avenues are there. It's just now bringing the different fields which need to be addressed. In regards to that which you're doing, it is, I don't want to say like a niche field as if you're doing something niche, but the point is there's not many people addressing that particular issue. So you have got something which should be wanted, to deliver. So what's next? So you've done this event today, which has been a blinding success. I can't wait to watch back the actual footage of the artists and so on and so forth. What is the next? You've got the youth stuff you're going to be working on, but in regards to spoken word, which you are a spoken word artist within your own right, what is next for you? What's the next event where people can start to look forward to?
Okay, well, my next event is actually going to be Poetry Meets Art, so that's going to be on June the 9th. It takes place on the second Tuesday of every month here at Passing Clouds, so that's going to be the next one. And then the artist that you saw on stage, Nebula, I've got an event that I'm going to be collaborating on with her on June 29th, but look out for links for that later on. That's coming together bit by bit. And I'm also going to be screening a documentary called Seeds of Hope, which is about a woman in Congo who was a survivor of the torture and rape, who's gone on to have her own. She's got her own home that basically she runs and brings women in and takes care of them and the children, sends them to school. She's got her own business and everything, so going to be screening her documentary. I'm teaming up with Save the Congo to do that, and we're going to be taking it around lots of different places in London, and that's going to be from end of June, beginning of July onwards. So I suppose people just need to keep an eye out, basically. Yeah.
And this event here is a fundraiser by way of the entertainment, or is it just is it a fundraiser and awareness creation?
It's It's a bit of both. It's a bit of both. It's great to have the performers who are so I suppose, interested in the actual theme or reason of the event and actually write something or have something that's got to do with that. So just from them performing, they are raising awareness as well. And then obviously me speaking about what's actually going on and giving people facts and figures and I suppose action plans as to what we can do. That's the awareness part of it.
So it's every second Tuesday of the month? Okay, so it's every second Tuesday of the month. Make sure you get this. Every second Tuesday of the month here at Passing Clouds, 1 Richmond Road, Dalston, E8. Get yourself down here. If you're a person who says, well, I can't give up my mobile phone, I can't give up these little bits and pieces because, you know, your lifestyle, this is how we're living over here in the West. Okay, understandable. But then at least try to assist in the funding by at least coming down there. You will be entertained. You will be entertained. Let's just ram up the place with people so we know there's money going in the coffers that can be sent across. But there's also, let's talk about this fair trade phone.
Yeah, so basically this is the world's first ever phone that's been made using 100% conflict-free minerals, and it's made by a company called Fairphone. They have their own mines in Congo, and yeah, basically the mines have got security, they've got proper equipment, they've got everything that's needed in terms of making the minerals ethical. The main thing with them is that not only are they a company that actually puts people before its profits, but they're really big on transparency. So they, when I got the pack, it tells you about where the minerals come from. So most of the minerals come from a village called Bukavu in eastern Congo. So that was great. That was just amazing to know, to actually really have that actual link there. I absolutely loved that. So yeah, Fairphone, it's available here now in the UK. I got mine from Co-op. You can either buy the whole thing or you can get a line rental. And
it's a normal price. It ain't no special fair trade price. It's a fair price phone which does what any other phone does. Don't believe the hype, has to speak.
Yeah, definitely don't believe the hype. I mean, I'm paying £25 a month for my phone, which is quite an average price for a contract anyway. But it depends. Like with Co-op, it's really flexible in terms of the contract. You can like sort of pick and choose, and then they tally up a price for you. And yeah, I mean, I can Instagram with this. I can watch YouTube, Facebook, absolutely anything and everything. I can email on the go, and at least I know that the money is going towards a good place, because the village of Bukavu, where the fair trade have their mines, they've been able to build new GPs, they've been able to rebuild homes and schools as well, and no other village in Congo has been able to do that. And these are villages that are being raided by companies such as Apple, Samsung, Nixon, just every other company than Fairphone, basically. So yeah, Fairphone really is where it's at.
Well, I mean, you've definitely heard that. You've heard about the Fairphone. That's something to look into. Look, this is a very, very, very important message in regards to the world that we live on, and understanding that there are people who are suffering. You know, you look into the news every day. There are people suffering, and simple things we can do to change. You may not be able to change the world, but small things you can change. So, you know, take that time to just care a little bit. One way of doing that, as we said, come down here every tree. Let's ram out this place, so you know people can't sit down and them squeeze up like sardine, but their ears will be above the parapet to be able to hear the great lyrics and support Emma and what she's doing. You know, there's not many people jumping on the calls, but you did say there's other organisations that you work with. Can you just name some of the organisations or give some links? You know, just give some final links so people can basically get in contact or find out more about what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely. So one of the main ones that I mentioned was called Save the Congo, and that's a London-based charity and organisation that basically campaigns for ethical technology, but also campaigns for accountability as well, because it's too often that we get companies that say, yeah, we're investing in conflict minerals, yet when you actually do the research and go back to Congo to have a look at the mines and everything, they're completely lying. So Save the Congo are really good on calling on transparency. The founder is called Vava Tampa, and he's Congolese as well. He knows so many people in Congo who are actually working on the ground and putting their lives at risk to basically give us the truth, but also give us a way forward. So that's Save the Congo. There's the Enough Project as well. They're based over in think it's based in Washington DC, but they do a lot of work all over the globe. So they're really good in terms of I suppose, the company rankings to find out where your technology sits on the ranks of most conflict-free all the way down to not conflict-free. So at least you know what companies to completely avoid, which ones to put more pressure on, or which ones are sort of maybe okay-ish to get something from, because unfortunately Fairphone don't do anything other than phones just yet. There is Congo Calling, which again is a UK-based organisation that's run by another Congolese-born person. His name is Bandi Mubi. And he's done lots of TED Talks. He's working with lots of universities to get them to change up their practices with the equipment they use. And also Congo Connect. They're quite similar to Carpe Diem in the way that they're using art to raise awareness for, Congo and conflict-free minerals.
Well, you've heard it from Emma. You've heard the message. You heard what this is about. You're going to see all the footage. Great entertainment. But this interview is the most poignant part of tonight in regards to getting a message. You've been pointed in a few directions of what you can do, what you can go and research. You can make a difference. You can make a difference. Do remember that and do try to make that. This is gotKushTV. We're always trying to make a difference. We'd like to say thank you for Emma for giving us this time and covering this. Look, this is what we do. It's conscious TV all day long. If you ain't got Kush, you ain't got nothing. Do remember that. This is the Minister. We are signing out of the building for tonight. We'd like to thank all the team for all the great work, the venue, everything for making this happen tonight. The Minister out of here. Remember, you can catch my show. Do not edit this. I'm watching the team behind it. You can catch my show on a Monday from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. on www.supremefmlive.ning.com, where we will have a lot of these people you're seeing on gotKushTV on the show. Right now we're out of here. Peace, namastu, which means we bow to the divinity in you.
One love, one life, one love, one soul.